So I had an interesting moment earlier this week on Monday night for the first time after many years of trying. My family managed to get a ticket to the White House Easter egg roll, which many of you in the audience know, right? It's a really cool moment, one of the few, I think, where you get to be on the grass in front of the White House. And so as I was looking at that whole place where they have this, of course, the first thing I was thinking about is how do they secure this area, right? Because it's so close to the White House, anybody can come in, and they have lots of security. And one of the things that they have about security is a sniper on the roof of the White House. And he's got his binoculars, and he's sort of watching the entire crowd. And you know that the guy's got his finger on the trigger, and he's ready to, take out an egg in your hand from, 500 yards away or whatever these guys can do. And as I thought about the sniper, and I was thinking about this morning, I was realizing that one of the things people tend to think about trends and trend reports is that the guys or girls who put these trend reports together kind of act like snipers. They sort of look at the landscape and then they just pick out stuff. And they're like, there's a trend. And there's a trend over there. And it's all about trend spotting. And they think that it's about spotting the needle in the haystack. And my method is actually kind of the reverse. I spend the entire year gathering all the hay, putting it together, and then I figure out what the needle should be and I stick it in the middle. And to me, that's the way to figure out trends, because what trends should be is something that has high impact but isn't quite visible yet. It's just on the cusp of becoming visible, right? To me, that's what a trend is. Now, the problem is that when you find something that's high impact and high visibility, it's completely obvious, right? 2014 is the year of mobile tablets. How many trend reports say that? Right? They're telling you something that you've seen so many times that's so impossibly broad that it's kind of useless. Right? What are you going to do with that? Go and buy a tablet? How does that help your business strategy? It doesn't. Or they say it's high visibility but low impact. Right? So how many people have a hashtag strategy? Right? What does that even mean? What does that tell you about anything? How does that make a difference as itself, as its own thing? It doesn't. Or it's low impact, low visibility. It's wishful thinking, basically. It's saying 4K TVs and 3D printing are mainstream. Everybody's got them, right? Raise your hand if you have a 4K TV and a 3D printer at home. Okay? And we're at a digital conference, so we're probably ahead of the curve of other people out there who are mainstream, right? These are not mainstream things. So the trend is high impact, not quite visible yet, right? And curation, to me, is the powerful force that causes you to be able to spot trends. And that's what I use. So I talk about my trend report as being a curated report, and that's what I've done for the last 4 years. So for the last 4 years, I've produced an annual report that takes me the entire year to research and to gather materials for. And I start on January 15th, which is my birthday, so I have a very definite start date. So this January 15th, I started collecting all of the information for what will eventually be my trend report for 2015. So what I'm going to do today is take you through 7 of what I think are the most impactful trends from this report for marketers. And then I'll give you information about how to get the entire report and read the entire thing totally for free. So it's not a book that I'm trying to sell. It's out there already. I'll give you the details on how to get that so you can see the other trends, because some of them relate to consumer behavior or economics or media and design. But what I did for today is I selected 7 that I think are really valuable for marketers. So it's going to be pretty fast. And the method that I used to identify what these were to look at the intersection of 3 things. Acceleration, is it taking off or is it going down? Right? What's the idea? And how much impact is it going to have on the business world or on how consumers think, behave, buy, share, and what they talk about?